Part 2. Okay, yep, antechamber 5. Excellent work, Ryunosuke. That was superb! My heart was in my mouth the entire time. It was almost unbelievable. I mean, looking at you in there. You were drenched in sweat, your eyes popping, your knees knocking, and you were grinding your teeth. It was a grim sight, but before I knew it, you'd started finding inconsistencies in the testimonies. I think you might have a natural talent for being a lawyer. Forget it, it's terrifying. If I get through this, I don't ever want to see the inside of a courtroom again. I've got bad news for you, Ryunosuke. Oh. Anyway, it looks like we've exposed your phantom lady at last. I don't know if we should say it like that. Miss Giselle Brett. A student from Great Britain, is she? That's what I was trying to tell everyone from the start. Dr. Wilson wasn't alone. There was a young woman with him, like I've been saying all along. Yes, you have, haven't you? I might not be overly confident in the courtroom, but my powers of observation are one thing I am sure of. Yes, I can see that. And so about this young gentlewoman. Thanks to our detective friend, she was hastily escorted away from the scene, it seems. Did you see what happened with that? No, I didn't see any of it. Did the chariot trying to get, oh no! Be careful with that. I know, like, oh God, this chair, it scares me because it's one of those, like, racer type chairs. They're really actually not great chairs. Like, they have almost no cushion on the bottom and all that. But it can, like, lean so far back that it's scary. But I always sit, like, bolt upright because I don't want to die, and also posture. But, yeah. Yeah, I didn't see any of it. I was just looking at the gun. Yeah, I was just on the way to the restaurant on the way out of the restaurant myself. Then on the floor next to Dr. Wilson's table, I noticed there was a gun lying on the floor. Misdirection. And just after I bent down and picked it up, bang! Shot. I didn't have time to think about where the sound of the gunshot had come from. The waiter ran over to me looking as white as a sheet, and he bundled me into some sort of small pantry next to the kitchen. Fast thinking by the detective, he apprehended his suspect without a moment's delay. Yes, and because I was shut in the pantry, I have no idea what happened outside in the dining area. Sorry, I was responding to someone. Ah, there you are. Well done, both of you. I think that's yes. You. Hello. Professor Mikotoba. Oh, well, caught is the one with an O, that's not a word. Caught is just, like, let me put it this way, like you catch something in the present tense. Caught is the past tense of catch. Like you say, I play catch, or I catch things, and then caught, when you say I caught something, it means that you caught it. Or maybe that's not, or maybe that's just makes it like different. Sorry, English sucks, but caught is the same as catching something. It's just, yeah. Cause like you can't say catched, because that's just weird. You say caught. Like, I caught something. Yeah, like Pokemon. Like, you catch a Pokemon, or I caught that Pokemon earlier. But you can use catch to talk about something you're going to do in the future, or the present, but caught would be the past. Yes, like that. Like, I caught a Pokemon in the morning. Exactly. English lessons. Go. Yeah, like I said, English is really dumb, and sometimes, even though I know how things work, I don't know how to explain how they work. Like, I'm just like, man, it's just ingrained on you, but you don't think about, like, the mechanics behind it. It's like I drive a car, and I know how a car works, but if you wanted me to explain, like, the minute details, I'd be like, some of that stuff I'm a little fuzzy on. Yeah, English, exactly. It's great. Well, it seems I was right. The pair of you make an outstanding team. You've exceeded my expectations, I have to say. Right? Yeah, no, you're fine. I mean, it's dumb because you pronounce it like the way that you spelled it, but it's an A and not an O. English is dumb. That's just how it is. I'm sorry for my language. Seems you planned this, yeah. You arranged things so that I wouldn't be able to act as a lawyer in this trial. Our modern country is still in its infancy. Our justice system, even more so. Which is why I firmly believe that we need to send our brightest young stars overseas to learn all that they can. I wanted to avoid a situation that may have resulted in your study tour to Great Britain being cancelled. Well, it makes no difference. Lawyer or otherwise, if I'm the kind of man who can't help his best friend avert the worst crisis of his life, I shouldn't waste everyone's time by going to study overseas anyway. What are you saying, Kazuma? So that's your stance. I was afraid you'd feel that way. And now you must die! Kazuma? Well then, it looks like it all comes down to you, young man. To me? Yes, you need to prove your innocence and uncover what really took place in that restaurant. I must say, I very much want to know the truth. After all, I have a personal connection to the case. To think of it, he said the same thing earlier this morning, didn't he? If you don't mind me asking, Professor, did you know the victim? Yes, I did. As you're probably aware, Dr. John H. Wilson was a visiting professor at UMA, and it was I who invited him. Oh, I see. I didn't know that before. Anyway, you're about to go into battle. The victim was a university professor from Great Britain, and a well-known one at that. Naturally, our government is looking to identify and punish the culprit as quickly as possible. But let's not forget who we're going up against. The gentlewoman whose involvement our police bureau went to extraordinary lengths to hide. Yes, and I'm sure the prosecution will be using every tool at their disposal to quash your case. But I have no doubt that you pair will put up a good fight right to the last. Best of luck. Thank you. Now then, I need you to run an errand at the university at once. There's something I think we may need. Of course. Good luck, Kazuma-sama. Defendant Naruhodo! Court recess is over. Please make your way back inside to the courtroom at once! It's time. Let's get back to it, partner. Let's go in there and deal a decisive blow before those old fossils know what's hit them. What? Thank you, really? What for? Well, if you hadn't said you believed me, then, I'm fairly sure I'd already have been found guilty by now. Look, I have faith in you. As a lawyer and as a friend. Coming from you, that means a lot. If I'm found guilty in this trial, he's really going to give up on his dream of studying abroad. That's the kind of true friend he is. So this isn't just my battle anymore. Whoever we're up against, we absolutely cannot afford to lose, even if it's some dumb woman. We can't turn it off. He will die. The moment that his little bandana stops flapping, he dies like a shark. Can't stop moving. All right then. I'll save the thank yous for after trial. You can treat me to one of those sukiyaki meals I like from Yume Cafeteria on University Street. With an extra large portion, of course. Well, I mean, maybe he has a personal fanner off to the side. They know how to take fancy photography now in black and white. The court hereby resumes the trial of Ryunosuke Naruhodo. Prosecutor Ouchi, have you managed to subpoena the witness? Wow, I think he should ask before doing that. Yes, Your Excellency, against all odds. And thanks to a certain young stripling, the prosecution is now under rather painful scrutiny from the government. Sorry. Let the government scrutinize. That's their job. It's nothing to worry about. Highly unlikely that the good relations we've... It's highly unlikely that the good relations we forge with Great Britain will emerge from this trial unscathed. Will you still think it's nothing to worry about when the new treaty breaks down our nation founders? Okay, the question is never answered? Of course not. Again, terribly sorry. If the friendship between our nations is really so fragile, then the treaty isn't worth the paper it's written on. You really have nothing to worry about, Ryunosuke. What do you mean? A secret trial, anxiety over some foreign government's opinions, a bungled investigation, missing witnesses? Is this what our nation's justice system is? Is this the Supreme Court of Japan? Or of England? Shut up! Shut up, you jumped up rookie! You and your friend know nothing of the situation our nation finds itself in. By aligning ourselves with this great world power, we'll become strong. Diplomacy has never been more critical. Steady political maneuvering is what will secure our futures. I won't deny that I'm no expert. I'm just a student, and one who could arguably study harder, too. But standing here now in our Supreme Court, there's one thing I feel very strongly. A country that fails to uphold the truth in its justice system is a country with no future at all. That's the most profound thing I've ever heard. Damn, the judge is even like, oh damn, kid straight spitting fire. Well said, Ryunosuke, despite the wide-eyed look of terror. You little brats! Thank you, counsel. This court is the pinnacle of our nation's justice system and exists solely for the pursuance of truth. With that in mind, this trial will now resume with the next witness taking the stand. The visiting student from Great Britain, Miss Giselle Brett. Yes. Your Excellency! Yeah, that's fucking right. You listen to the man. What a delight it is to welcome such a fine gentlewoman to Japan, and from such a distant land. Get out of here, Ouchie. Nobody wants your weird flirting. Tea. Someone bring English tea. In England, no discussion takes place without tea. Is that true? No idea. So, could we possibly trouble you to state your name and occupation for the court? God, that skeevy little... Of course. My name is Satoru Hosonaga. Shut up! I have been working undercover as the head waiter at La Carnival, but my true... Yes, we know all about you already. Inspector Hosonaga, where are your manners? In England, it's always ladies first. Okay, I take back what I was talking about this judge. He's just fucking horny as shit. Is that true? No idea. More importantly, a little earlier today, you said something to me. You said your powers of observation are the one thing you're sure of. Oh, yes, I think I did, didn't I? Yet your description for this amazing sight was simply a woman. Sorry, Inosuke, but powers of observation aside, your powers of description are solely lacking. Guilty. Maybe he doesn't have eyes for this bloomed lady. And so, dear lady, once again, if we may trouble you for your name and occupation, please. She doesn't have eyes. She has a swan on her head. What the fuck is that? Those aren't words. What? Oh God, do none of us know English? I guess we are in Japan. Those are words, probably. I'm terribly sorry, my dear lady, but what? Is she not English? What are you? The lady says her name is Giselle Brett. She comes from London, England. She's a visiting research student currently enrolled in Yume University's medical facility. Oh my! What a rare treat to hear the dulcet tones of the delightful language of the British people. I'm like thinking of like the Peanuts, like when the adults talk and it's just like blah 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 blah. That's how she sounds to them. I think she's apparently she's in the medical branch, so maybe she's trying to be a doctor, possibly. I'm afraid I don't understand a word you said, but it was as beautiful as a hummingbird's song. As far as I can tell, the detective is translating her words faithfully enough. Yes, I agree. You'll obviously do fine in England, Kazuma. Her English doesn't rattle you at all, does it? Nor you. You've clearly been paying attention in your English classes, Ryunosuke. No, that looked like shit to me, actually. Trying to summon Blackwell? Well, you summoned an English woman. Close. Wait, why are you apologizing? Why are you sorry? Oh, wait, I was gonna ask, did you send messages to anybody else when you had been drinking, or was this a different occasion? Welcome in, Kat. How has Sea of Thieves been going? The court thanks the beautiful lady for taking the stand. Now, if we may trouble you to confirm something, Miss Brett. 3 days ago, at a restaurant called La Carnival, a grim murder took place. Okay. The court has been led to believe that you were dining there with the victim, Dr. Wilson, at the time. Are you okay? Is everything okay? I mean, obviously, I just want to make sure that you are all right. The court has been led to believe that you were dining. Oh, I said that already. Sorry, is that correct? God, I keep, like, if I go too far to the right, my switch is over here. I don't know what it is, but I keep feeling it, like, reconnect, and I'm like, come on, controller. No, I think she was talking about something else. Oh, you are talking about that. Oh, it was okay. Yeah, I remember. Never mind. Yeah, well, you don't have to talk about it on stream. That's fine then. I'm sorry. I was like, wait, I thought something happened earlier. I thought you were talking about, like, responding to me. She says yes. This could take some time. What do you mean said yes? She just said, like, a full-on sentence. So even though she's studying here in Japan, she can't speak any Japanese? Wow, typical English person. Please don't tell me she's gonna say yes. She'd like to apologize for disappearing from the scene. She says that she was due to make a presentation at the university, so she had to leave immediately.
What? How?
Oh no! Oh, okay. I thought because I was like, "We're talking about God, Jesus," and that quote. Sorry, everybody. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. No. You're fine. You're fine. Let's talk about happier things, like how cute you look in that lipstick, and also how now you have a lot of sweets that'll last you a long time. Interesting. When you're the one who engineered her escape. So my friend, I was just following special orders from the Bureau. Well now, dear lady, would you be so kind as to cast your eyes over this photographic print? Oh, I'm glad. I have to keep that in mind then. Seeing as you were so unfortunately present at the scene of the crime, could it be that your resplendent eyes caught sight of the wicked perpetrator, perhaps? Apparently, it was a very frightening and sorrowful sight. You mean to say, yes, it would appear the lady did witness the crime. Very moment when the accused, standing right there in this courtroom, shot the victim in cold blood. That's not true. Come on, get this swan lady out of here. She sucked. So yeah, exactly. That's the thing that sucks. Like you said, you'd probably have a better time just flying over there, buying the candies, and then flying back. And then at least you'd be able to visit the area that it's from. Order in the court. Did you hear that, Your Excellency? Here we have an absolutely conclusive witness statement. I don't know, she could be lying. Well, it looks like it's clear now. Clear who our real enemy is. Britain. I knew it. It's always been them. Unfortunately, I will have to ask you to formally testify, if you please. Kindly tell the court the exact nature of this frightening and sorrowful sight you described. Witness testimony. A frightening and sorrowful sight. I had arranged to meet for a slightly late luncheon with Dr. Wilson that day. The professor was unable to eat, so I ordered for myself only a beefsteak. The beefsteak was delicious. I don't know. After a while, the accused came over to greet the professor, and they got into a fierce argument. Then, not long afterwards, the accused took the professor's gun and shot him right before my eyes. I don't carry a gun myself, so obviously I couldn't have been the culprit.
Yes.
No, I didn't have any kind of argument with the professor at all. Quiet, you filthy wretch. Look at you, you black-hearted blackguard, and look at this snow-white angel. I'm sure even a dark-minded scoundrel like you can imagine whose words the court is going to believe. Shut up, Ouchie. I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna kill you right in this courtroom. You're still making the same mistakes, Ryunosuke. You mustn't blurt out when you're goaded like that. That's a lesson you need to learn. But he's so annoying. Of course, I was at the scene as well. I took statements from this lady and the two witnesses who testified before and reported back to the Bureau. It was decided that Miss Brett was not involved, so I let her go. Yeah, Men in Black are always guilty, ouch. But yeah, don't worry, Anna, the thing is, if you ever message, like, people very late or when they're sleeping, they can always just respond later, like, and if it ever does offend, pretty much anybody's gonna tell you, so you're fine. I mean, sometimes I will send Kat messages in the middle of the night, not because I want her to wake up to read them, but so that she can see them later. She looks like, I mean, this is true, but so do you, Anna. Kazuma and the judge are guilty. Yeah, we're all guilty. Everybody's guilty. Well, even so, on the day in question, the lady was wearing the same outfit as she is today. As you can see, there's nowhere about her person where she could conceal a firearm, except like in her fucking giant hat or her ass. I would think she could hide a gun almost anywhere in that outfit if she wanted to. Exactly! And fell asleep. Aw. Yeah, well, she was messaging me a lot last night, and then she apologized, and I was like, as long as you're safe, it's fine. Like a model for... You do not look like a model for Walmart. Don't talk bad about yourself, Anna. You're gorgeous. Okay, it's both guilty and not guilty. Yeah. It's the Schrodinger's verdict. I don't go to sleep decently. Oh. Unless and until the precise location of where the witness is to have hidden the weapon can be shown, this is moot. There are no pockets in my outfit. I have nowhere to hide a gun. I would say you could always share the conversation or take like a screenshot of some of the stuff if you want. It was a lot of fun, honestly. Yeah, exactly. Those are the witness's own words on the matter. Ah, that's ridiculous. If only I was allowed to lift up her dress, I could prove it. That Ryunosuke. Don't think about doing anything rash, Ryunosuke, like lifting up that lady's dress. But I didn't fire the gun I picked up. Oh, sorry, wrong person. I didn't fire the gun I picked up. There must have been another gun there that day. Come into looking up dresses. Yeah, not me, Ryunosuke, who's the character that I'm playing as, who's an extension of me, but doesn't share my ideals. You're right about that, which means this lady was hiding a gun somewhere. Yes, that's what we have to prove now. And to do so, we will need to pull her testimony apart. Oh, that chick had a smirk! The defense may now cross-examine the witness. But how are you doing, Cecil? I hope things have been well for you. Oh, yes, Your Excellency. A frightening and sorrowful sight. That is concerning. You know what? I'm gonna tell you something. I've been to a lot of cons, I've been to a lot of different things. I have never once in my life had the urge to flip somebody's dress up. Also, were the ribbons on that swan always pink? Am I crazy? I'm probably crazy. I thought that they were... I was waiting to eat burgers. I would love... Actually, I had a burger yesterday. I can't eat burgers every day. I'd arranged to meet for a slightly late luncheon with Dr. Wilson that day. Okay. Ba-da-da-doo! Yeah, I did. I cut my hair before Christmas, and it's growing a bit, but it's still very short. I'm probably only gonna let it get a little longer, and then I like it at this length, honestly. I need to trim the stubble, though. Also, the hat is insane. It is insane! There's a whole ass bird up there. If that bird is alive and attacks me later, I'm gonna fucking scream. After 2 p.m., in fact, that's really quite a late lunch, isn't it? You don't keep up with the latest fashions from Britain, do you? Late luncheons are en vogue. Isn't that right? I didn't do his voice at all. Sorry, I'm distracted. No. Oh, I know that. That's no. Narng. A decisive English no has quite a sting to it. The gentlewoman is currently working in the victim's research laboratory, it seems. So it was apparently a daily occurrence that they would lunch together. But on the day in question, the victim had another appointment at the clinic first. Yes, which we can prove from the medical report card that was submitted as evidence earlier. That's right. Miss Brett and the victim went to lunch following the victim's treatment, which is why it was so late. Yes, that all makes perfect sense. Such wonderful logic! What a shining example of English intelligence this fine gentlewoman is! So you both arrived at the restaurant. What happens next? The professor was unable to eat, so I ordered for myself only a beefsteak. He was unable to eat, you say? And that was because he just had a tooth removed at the Hada clinic, right? That's right. You're supposed to actually check with the witness before answering. Was Miss Brett made aware of that fact? Seems so, yes. She had heard that the professor was to have some dental treatment. That would mean that it was you that ate the beefsteak pictured here. Is that right, Miss Brett? That's right, yes. What's the bet the Hada is I was gonna say, well, I think it's the other way around. Like because it would be the ancestor. There we go. But I saw that and I was like, I swear to God, if it turns out that there's another Dr. Hadi in this game, I'm just gonna stop playing the game because that is literally the worst character in the series because I'm like, he is disgusting and I'm pretty sure he's a pedophile and he's just horrible. And I was like, why do I have to see this man more than once? I never want to see his face again. No, seriously, he's just super gross. And I was just like, man, I mean, even the panty thief, I was like, man, this guy's kind of but Dr. Hadi was just terrible. The print you have there shows the table exactly as it was left after the horrifying events. The second one, with the pH. Exactly as it was left. Dear me, what a harrowing experience. To have traveled to a distant land on the far side of the world and be embroiled in such a tragic incident. Have no fear, my dear lady. I swear I will crush the evil fiend who has subjected you to this terrible plight. So the victim, Dr. Wilson, had nothing to eat or drink at all. That's right, other than some carbonated water. Just water? Yes, the professor was unable to eat, but he had been given permission to drink water. So it appears that the diners toasted their lunch with a glass of water each. They each drank a glass of carbonated water? What do you think, Ryunosuke, about the witness's last statement? Anything but water, but I still feel like... No, not... Okay, well, Hati is the name of like a really just... a character I actually despise from this series. Now if you said Hati with a Y, then that would have probably been... Yeah. It's very meaningful. I think so, because carbonated water is different from regular water. I'm pretty sure. The last statement of yours, Miss Brett, has a profound bearing on this case. Because there was only one glass as well. Just saying, I gotta check the picture. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, there's only one glass. So you weren't toasting anybody. No, it's okay. I saw what you were doing though, and I'm sure Kat appreciates it. Okay, there was only one glass. Well, how fascinating. Do tell us what this profound bearing is. Significance of the statements will become apparent when the time is right. Oops, I used the wrong voice. The defense calls for the witness's last statement to be formally added to the testimony. Well, sidestepped, counsel. Very well, Miss Brett. Kindly repeat what you just said to be addressed or added to your official testimony. Oh, she did change her PFP. But yeah. No, Kat has always been gorgeous. Even if sometimes she doesn't listen to me when I say that. That's okay. Ugh. Okay, Kat, I tried to send it through Discord, but also the file was too big because I did a screen record, so you can see what went down. Yeah, kindly repeat. Yep. Gladly, she said. That was brilliant, Kazuma. I'm going to remember that one. Which one? The significance will become apparent when the time is right. I could really use that phrase. Seeing how society treats British ladies as being above it all and incapable of bad things. I mean, true. Well, I think it kind of shows, because if I remember right, Japan had kind of like a weird record, especially after like the war, of super idolizing like Americans. And on one side, obviously there were a lot of them they hated because we did some awful things to them, and we all did awful things to each other. But yeah, it's kind of weird to have that weird like pedestal. So, man. I'd hope there are some useful tips you're picking up from this experience, or more useful tips that you're picking up from this experience than that, Ryunosuke. I ordered a beefsteak for myself, and the professor and I said cheers over a glass of carbonated water. Yes! That doesn't, well, what about the, son of a, maybe it's the fact that there's only one glass. Okay, I fucked up. Okay. I should probably save my game too. And their kind of sort of obsession with the level of westernization. Yeah, okay, I gotcha. Let me save. Okay, so it's not the fact that he couldn't. It's the fact that I'm gonna assume it's the fact that there were. Unless I need to. I don't know if I need to check that out. Yes! There we go, the music stopped. I was like, it's one of those two. His brain! You can see it like winding up like, that's it! Just let me confirm something, please. It's to do with this photographic print. Just a short while ago, you spoke of this print showing the victim's table at the crime scene, that it was exactly as it was left. That is correct, the lady says. Well, it's odd, very odd. Dear me, what's odd with the defense is the defense's inability to express itself. Ugh. Ryunosuke, what is it about the print that looks odd to you? Well, obviously, it's the cheers. The cheers? Miss Brett just told us that she and the professor said cheers over a glass of water. But if that's true, there should be 2 glasses on the table, not 1. Yeah, let's get alcohol. Don't worry. I'm prepared. My vodka. It's always sitting there next to me just in case I need to get turned. Welcome, Fo. Yeah, it's, well, where else am I gonna put it? If I put it in like the kitchen, it's gonna get drank, so. You're quite right, Council. There's only 1 glass pictured here. Are we supposed to be impressed by this nitpicking over miniature? Yeah, because it's important, you dumb bastard. What possible difference does the presence or absence of a glass make on the case? How do you toast with no other glass, you dumb bastard? Miniature, you say? Could it be that the detective here removed a glass from the table to conceal the lady's presence? Of course not. I would never do something so reckless. But there should have been 2 glasses on that table. Or are you going to tell me you can clink with only 1? Yeah, Hosonaga, you dumb bastard. You're quite right. Oh, hi, Andy. Too much food. Wait, what are you doing? Are you celebrating something or are you just eating too much food? Yeah, Kazuma objects. His eyes are going crazy. Everybody's eyes are crazy. I certainly took 2 glasses to the table. What? Did you keep a glass? Inspector, what did the lady say? Food is delicious. Yeah, no, she had, yeah. She was a little litty. It would seem that it was Miss Brett who took the glass from the table. What? It was also terrifying, everything that happened. I panicked and thought I should try to hide the fact that I'd been here at all, she's saying. Good gracious! Sorry. Sorry?! Why hide if you didn't do anything? Yeah, well, because they don't know what they're doing. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was a little, I feel like it was a little fast. Oh, but it's okay. There, as I assured the court before, this is of no consequence at all. Oh, please. We must remember that this student had just murdered this lady's luncheon companion before our very eyes. Who could blame her for concealing a glass or 2 in her state of disarray? No, she could hide the whole restaurant under the damn dress shit. That's absurd. No, it really is. Oh, really? It's fine. Yeah, but Ryunosuke's eyes and hands do a lot of things because he's really just freaking out right now. So, do we take it that you are now going to accuse this vulnerable, young, and beautiful woman of mischief? What? No. This can't be put down to mischief. I'd like to know exactly how the lady took the glass from the scene and how many things are under that skirt. It would seem that she slipped it into a small handbag she was carrying. Where's that handbag now? Handbag, you say? That's theft! Yes, Your Excellency, a small handheld pouch commonly carried by well-to-do women in England. I know what a handbag is! So, the beautiful lady has very graciously explained how and why she removed the glass from the scene now. However, the fact remains that this glass has absolutely no bearing on the case. This student has been trying to confuse the court with logical reasoning, but in the end, it comes to nothing. But logical reasoning is, that's everything. You dumb bastard. No more pretentious accusations. You have wasted enough time already. Indeed, the lady has offered a satisfactory explanation as to why she removed this glass. Yeah, it is really sad. I think henceforth we can consider the matter to have no bearing on the case. Counsel for the defense, are you in agreement? Well, I don't know, really. You want to pursue this matter further, you're going to need to show that it has some deeper significance. Yes, you're right. But she took the glass away in her handbag. If there's a deeper significance, it's the handbag! Because there could be another fucking gun in there! Wait, the lady put the glass in her handbag, you say? Yes, do try to keep up. It's already been explained to the court that all English gentlewomen carry handbags for small items. Let me see, a little while ago, Miss Brett stated the following. There are no pockets in my outfit. I have nowhere to hide a gun. But a handbag? But what she forgot to mention was her handbag. Beak! In which it would be perfectly possible to conceal a gun. You're right! You know, he's naturally windy, and probably not in the farty kind of way. Well done, partner. I had a feeling you'd pick up on that too. What are you insinuating, you vile blackguard? It's really very simple. The gunshot was heard when the defendant picked up the gun from the restaurant floor. And as he didn't fire that gun, we can deduce there must have been another firearm at the scene. The true murder weapon, if you will. You can't seriously be suggesting Inspector Hosanaga. Yes? Did you or did you not search Miss Giselle Brett's handbag on the day of the murder? No, sir, I did not. Yeah, you fucked up! As I thought, that was 3 days ago. She had plenty of chances to just throw that stuff away. In other words, another gun, the one that was actually used to kill the professor, would only have been hidden in Miss Brett's handbag. No! Yeah, wow. Well, at first, okay, I'm not gonna lie, Andy, at first, and you guys can't see what he sent me because he whispered me, but I really thought that she was like a ghost at first and that he had spirit channeling powers because everybody was like, we haven't seen this woman. And I was like, oh God, is he really seeing a ghost? What's happening? Back when you're there. All right, be safe on your way, Shiro. Can you investigate with the people who developed the game about the windy thing? I will at Capcom be like, hey, how do you make his headband do the thing? And they'll probably be like, it's a secret to everyone. And then I'll just cry. Also, Fo, make sure you check your WhatsApp for a surprise. At least we get a fish. Yeah, this is true. I'll have to go on there. Maybe I'll become internet famous by asking that. Order, order, order! What is the meaning of this, Inspector? The meaning of what, Prosecutor Alchi? Why on earth did you not have the lady open her handbag and show you the contents at the time? Thanks to your bungling incompetence, now she has to endure these uncomfortable accusations. Brilliant work, partner. Now we have a chance to expose the real woman behind the mask. You think so, Kazuma? Oh God, Hosonaga, are you gonna die? Well, what a sorry situation. Clearly, you have no faith in the police. No? Yeah, I don't. As I said, I did not search the lady's handbag after the shooting, simply because it was unnecessary. Unnecessary in what way? Yeah. I ought to thank the student lawyer, really. I have a piece of evidence here that I had completely forgotten about. What does that mean? This photographic print. Oh, her bag is clear. Whoa, there's a tattoo of a cow on his arm. Is that gonna be significant? This print is of a photograph that I thought would be prudent to take immediately after the shooting. As you can see, it clearly shows Miss Brett's handbag. Well, I never! You can see right through to what's inside. Evidence for Kuzco, the evidence, yeah. That's right. Apparently, meshwork bags like these are the height of fashion in London at the moment. So the contents are clearly visible. Exactly. So there was no need to search the lady's handbag. If there had been a gun inside, it would have been immediately obvious. Arg! As you can see, there's nothing to imply Miss Brett's guilt here. Yeah, it's because they don't care. Because she can steal stuff if she wants. Thank you for helping to prove that, Naruhodo-san. What? What if that was somebody else's hand? Yeah, because they didn't care. There was too much going on. Order, order! Something was in the glass then. Inspector Hosonaga, you will submit that print as evidence at once. Yeah, they are thieves. Too bad RC isn't here to defend herself against that. Certainly, Your Excellency. The photograph of the handbag has been entered in the court record. They're in the cult of the cow. I think you've had a long enough to cross-examine the witness, counsel. I'm sad again. The court has been shown considerable evidence. As the photographic print just submitted into the court record appears to have no further significance, I am satisfied that there is no longer any room for doubt in this matter, and I must make my ruling. Indeed, and there is only one logical conclusion. That the pathetic rookie slumped over the bench before us is the only possible perpetrator of this crime. No. Just when I thought I was beginning to turn things around, I'm in a worse situation than when I was at the start. Kazuma? Oh no, the wind stopped! We are no longer blessed by the wind gods. I'm sorry, Inosuke. Now that the cross-examination of the witness is over, there's no way to force the trial to continue. What? You mean this is it? I must say, you put up quite a fight for a rookie student, but the weak are meat while the strong eat. I don't like that at all. You were wasting your time. There is no way to defeat true justice. The fact you can chew on to your heart's content from the inside of your cell. This can't be happening. Am I really going to be found guilty of a crime I didn't commit? And Kazuma, his dream of going to study in Great Britain will slip through his fingers. Kazuma, what? Is there really no chance now of turning this trial around? You heard the judge. There's nothing about that last photograph the detective produced that we can contest, which means there's no basis on which we can argue for the trial to continue. Unless that was fabricated evidence. Very well, I will now proceed immediately to the ruling. It seems we will be able to report to the British government on time after all. That smug little... Ryunosuke Naruhodo, having considered all of the evidence placed before me, I hereby find you no! Swan, it gotta be the Swan. Not today! Wait, Your Excellency! Ryunosuke? I don't think you can rule on this case yet. This amateurishness is getting tedious. When His Excellency deems that the trial is over, he gives his ruling. That is the most basic protocol of the courtroom. Yeah, what if the Swan has like a secret compartment in his butt? A butt compartment. Your Excellency, just a moment ago you said this. As the photographic print just submitted appears to have no further significance, there's no longer any room for doubt in this matter, and I must make my ruling. Now, that means that if there was a problem with the evidence, some significant detail, I mean, then ruling on this case at this time would be out of the question. This is blatant straw clutching. Look at the photographic print. All it shows is the handbag the gentlewoman was carrying on the day in question. There can be no problem with this evidence. No, there is a problem, actually. You better know what you're doing, Ryunosuke. I understand your objection, counsel. Certainly, the new evidence submitted by the detective has not undergone the court's scrutiny. However, I fail to see how we can glean any new information from this handbag. My thoughts exactly. Really, the prosecution is becoming tired of this rookie's desperate wheezes. Yes, I am desperate, but this isn't a wheeze. There's something about this photograph which just doesn't seem right. Only I could put my finger on it. Very well, I grant the defense one final opportunity. What? But be warned that if I'm unsatisfied by your response here, the trial will be over with immediate effect. Do I make myself clear? Yes, Your Excellency. So take another look at the photographic print Inspector Hosonaga submitted before. Start summoning Blackwell. Please, Blackwell, save us with your swordplay. You will identify for the court where in this print is, the significant detail. It's this fucking cow tattoo, bro. Yeah, I got it. Yes. Look at this here. There's a very unusual mark on the victim's wrist. Oh yeah, Kat, just so you know, check your Telegram, because that's where I sent the video of me scrolling through the messages last night. Since Anna said it was okay. That is true. It looks almost like a burn of some description. You saw it? Oh, okay, I gotcha. Dear me, I was pondering what new piffle you would come out with. A burn, you say, on the victim's wrist? Yeah, sorry, I was trying to go like kinda slow, but I was also like, I don't want it to take forever. But it was too big for Discord, because apparently it was over 100 megabytes. On the victim's wrist? Clearly that has nothing whatsoever to do with the magnificent lady's handbag. Yes, that is a burn mark, you're right. Go on, Inspector. The police coroner also noticed it when he was performing the post-mortem examination. It was deemed unrelated to the case of death, so he didn't note it in his report. What did I tell you? In any case, we have no idea when the victim suffered this burn, do we? And no possible way of knowing either. The more I look at it, the more I find myself intrigued by the curious shape of this mark. Welcome back, Shira. Oh, I'm glad that it doesn't take you long to get home. However, as Prosecutor Ouchie points out, unless a firm connection to the case can be shown, I cannot allow any further time to be spent on the precise details of this burn. Excuse me, Your Excellency. It would seem Miss Brett has a lunch appointment with the Dean and other university staff. Are you she's really gonna pull the, I need to go somewhere. She would like to know if she may be excused from the stand now. No, every time somebody does that, they're super guilty. No, of course, dear lady, we shan't hold you up any longer. I'm quite sure His Excellency is about to give his final ruling anyway. What's your thinking on this, Ryunosuke? Do you believe this burn does have something to do with the case? To be honest, I'm not really sure. But if I don't keep pushing, then it's all over. So I was thinking I should keep digging and digging in the hope that I might uncover something useful. Yes, you're right. I am? Yeah, keep going. If we can just link that burn to the case, if we can do that, we might be able to prise the shutting door back open again. Oh ho ho! How did the burn mark? Yeah, pretty much. It's just like kind of a very southern way or offhand way of saying it. Yeah, it's on the fucking, I was about to say, cow! He's facing away. So how did that mark get on his hand? Okay. Just give up, Council. You can't possibly hope to do that. You can't win, Star Fox. Indeed, I'm afraid that without evidence, I can't allow you to pursue what is a little more than conjecture. But if we had evidence, if is good, evidence that irrefutably linked the burn on the victim's wrist to the case, then would you allow it? I would, yes. Tell the truth, I hadn't noticed that burn, but as soon as you pointed it out, what I did notice was the color draining from Miss Brett's face. Really? I have to find some link between the burn and the case. This is the moment of truth. It's time to find some evidence that proves what that burn really means. Dunk. So then, the defense will now present its evidence to the court. The evidence that demonstrates the inextricable connection between the victim's burn and this trial. Ba-da-da-da! Woo! Yes! What's this, Counsel? Yet another print? Yes, Your Excellency. I believe photographic prints are an amazing invention. When we humans look at a scene, we miss things. But in a photograph, things we may have overlooked at the time are recorded forevermore. Do hurry up, rookie. What are you trying to say? To inconvenience this poor lady any further really would be quite inexcusable. Actually, we may need you to stay with us a little longer. You don't mind, Miss Brett? You see, it's very clearly visible in this other photograph. How did the victim come to have that unusually shaped burn on his wrist? The reason is recorded here forevermore. What? How? You can't fool me with your little bluffs, boy. If that's your game, then let's see how it plays out. Show the court exactly what you mean. What in this photograph that explains the reason for the victim's burn? I don't know, maybe fucking this? Shwoo-doo-doo? The beefsteak? Actually, the point is the metal plate the steak was served on. Plate? Ah! Your Excellency, are you all right? As you can see, there's an emblem on the plate. I would guess it's some sort of trademark of La Carnival. Ah! The emblem on the plate and the victim's burn are exactly the same shape. Ah! Ryunosuke, you genius! You're spot on. Which means the victim must have suffered this burn while he was present at the restaurant. Mic drop, bitches. But even if that is the case, we can't know if it happened on the day in question or not. It could have been the day before, or the day before that. It most likely happened at some other unrelated time. Well, Sadly, Prosecutor Ouchie, the chances of that are extremely slim. Thanks. Why? The outline of the burn is clearly discernible. Such a serious injury would have caused quite a commotion in the restaurant. Wouldn't you agree, Inspector Hosonaga? Holy shit! I bet the plate was still hot, and then when she shot him, his arm came down and hit that and got burned and then slumped, and that's why there wasn't a commotion, because he was dead already or dying. Can't imagine having such a terrible disaster, yeah. But, I would say, looking at the picture of the wound, that it wasn't suffered very long ago. And although it's not a particularly large burn, it's extremely well defined, as the defense just pointed out. It was no mild burn, that's for sure. Can you be more specific, Inspector? Well, let's see. If the plate was around 90 degrees centigrade, a burn like that would have taken around 3 seconds. It's inconceivable that the victim wouldn't have let out a scream of pain then. I've been investigating at the restaurant for several weeks already, but I've not heard anyone scream at all. As the head waiter of La Carnival, I can testify to that without hesitation. But you're a detective, not a waiter! Yeah, go ahead. If you're enjoying it, go play it, Anna. I'm not gonna stop you. Would you? Yeah. Look, the thing is, Anna, just like I said yesterday, when you wanted to drink, if you want to do something, as long as you know that you're safe or that you're going to enjoy it or whatever, then go ahead. Yeah. Don't worry about it. There you have it. Something isn't right here. As the detective said, anyone who burnt themselves on a piping hot plate for 3 whole seconds would scream in pain. There's no question of that. And yet Inspector Hosanaga never heard the professor scream, not on that day or any before it. That's right, and the strange thing is, on the day he was shot, I didn't hear him cry out either. What are you suggesting? Oh, holy shit! The fucking anesthesia was still in effect, so his pain sense was dulled. Ah! All right, Anna. The professor had carelessly laid her source on the plate or anything like that 3 seconds that day. That would be beyond careless, I think, Counsel. Then the rest of us in the restaurant, myself, the sergeant, and the old antiques dealer, all of us would, without any question, have heard him scream. Wouldn't you agree, Professor Ouchie? Well, yes, I suppose. So the question is, why didn't a single person hear Dr. Wilson scream? I wonder, I almost don't believe it. Ryunosuke, do you think... Professor Ouchie, can it really be true? Never dreamt we would arrive at a conclusion like this, but I'm starting to think that maybe we've been led into a terrible trap. Well, yeah, they want to protect themselves. There's only one explanation I can think of to make sense of this apparent impossibility. On the day in question, when he suffered the burn to his wrist, Dr. Wilson... There's no way... Okay. Man, that's kind of on par with everything else, but holy shit. Was already deceased. Well, because he had been there. I mean, the anesthesia. So he might have been asleep? There's no way he was already dead, because I literally just talked to him. Or hadn't noticed the burn. Probably hadn't noticed. Because of the anesthesia. Yes, the professor, being as absent-minded as usual, was unaware of his hand falling into the piping hot plate and didn't even notice the burn happening. Oh, was it? Oh, it probably wasn't a full-body anesthesia. You didn't even know the professor, and yet here you are labeling him as a bumbling scatterbrain. Well, maybe he was asleep then. Okay, sorry. Well, it's nice as Frank just is, okay. Don't call me partner after coming in with nonsense like that. Whoops, yeah, it was in his mouth. Come on, you can do it. Or rather, you have to do it, okay. Wouldn't have already been dead. Jesus Christ. I'm gonna try it to sleep. At least I'm not losing points. But I feel like the anesthesia might have like made him woozy. No. What the fuck? How the fuck was this bitch already fucking dead? I talked to him seconds before. Is this lady a ventriloquist? No man could remain silent while his wrist was burning on a piping hot plate for 3 seconds. That's clearly impossible. Apart from in one particular situation. Yeah, I don't know why I thought full body anesthesia. Counsel, are you suggesting? Yes, it's only possible if the man were already dead, or was already dead. Yeah, but I was like, it's impossible, but this is fucking Phoenix Wright. Already dead? Yeah, he died in the I mean, yeah, but he didn't scream out when he got shot either. I thought that it was something else. But maybe I was just thinking too much. Knowing what we know now, it's the only possible explanation. When the beefsteak was brought to Dr. Wilson's table that day, the professor was already dead. That's I'm glad that they didn't, like, mark off points, because that was kind of like a crazy thing to think about. Council, explain this absurd notion at once. The victim was killed by a gunshot. That's right. That's absolutely right, Excellency. This is just another ridiculous ploy by the rookie student, but clearly he has no grasp of the facts. No, Prosecutor Ouchie, it is you who has no grasp of the facts. I beg your pardon? As soon as it became apparent that the victim had suffered that burn while at the restaurant, this whole case was turned upside down. Or have you not grasped that yet? Your Excellency, the court must hear from this witness again. If it's true, as we now believe, that the victim was already dead before the gunshot was heard, it was highly likely that Miss Brett knows something about it. Incredible. I certainly didn't anticipate this twist of events. I'm sorry to say, Miss Brett, that you will have to forget your luncheon engagement. Ha! Take that! But, Your Excellency. The justice system in our country may be in its infancy, but rest assured, all reasonable doubt must be dispelled before I'm prepared to pass judgment. I like this judge. Yeah, suck it, Miss Brett! Thank you, Your Excellency. What was that smile about? Yes, of course. I mean, I'd be delighted to help. What the fuck? Especially if it helps relations between my country and yours. What? Miss Brett, you speak Japanese? Well, of course I do. I am studying in your country. After all, what a fucking bitch. But then, why have you been speaking through an interpreter until now? My mother tongue, the Queen's English, is the most refined and elegant language in the world. Wow. Not only is she a bitch, she's a super bitch. Wow. As a gentlewoman, I try to avoid speaking in your vulgar tones as much as possible. Wow, let's fucking kill her. Can we kill her? Yeah, English actually sucks. But it seems the men in this land possess none of the chivalrous virtues of English gentlemen. So I can see that I have to lower myself to communicating with you all on your own level. Well, you are the epitome of a true English gentlewoman. We are truly honored by this lavish consideration you so graciously afford us. Ouchie, fucking go away. Fucking die. She's terrible. God, okay, you know, Dahlia Hawthorne at least was just evil. This chick is just, like, terrible. I don't like her. Let's see. In that case, Ms. Brett, I will now ask you to testify in your own words about the events leading up to the death of the victim, Dr. Wilson. So we're finally going to hear her own words on the matter. Things are getting interesting, Ryunosuke. Yeah, just a little. The victim's death. Unfortunately, I have no idea when the poor man burnt his wrist like that. When the waiter brought my steak, the professor and I raised our glasses in a toast. As far as I've heard, the post-mortem report showed no other other cause of death besides the gunshot. If there's some other way a man's life can be taken without leaving a trace, please do show me. Yeah. But of course, this country's inferior investigative techniques probably won't pick up on it anyway. Wow, get fuck! That's the most captivating and beautiful testimony that will go down in the Supreme Court's history. Thank you. Okay, I take it back, Judge. You're just as stupid as the other guy. Easy does it. I hope this is the last time I will have to sully my lips with the coarse tones of your unbecoming tongue. Shut up. Kill her. Oh, forgive me. I do hope I haven't insulted anyone. Yeah, no, you insulted, like, fucking everyone. No, not at all. It is a delight merely to hear you speak, my dear lady. And it seems very clear from your testimony that this boorish talk of the victim's burn is utterly irrelevant. I will be speaking to your country's Minister of Justice about what has happened here today. Is that fucking right? Ugh. The Minister of Justice? And then the Minister of Justice? May that irritating little bully of a student be given the harshest punishment possible. No, fuck you. Amen. Amen? You ended that with a fucking amen? Ooh, oh boy! Thanks? Was that a prayer then? Well, you have to forgive the irritation, Miss Brett, and put up with a cross-examination now. Yeah, get fucked. I expect you've noticed that this little bully of a student, as you put it, doesn't miss much. I'm sure I don't need to remind you, counsel, that this will be your final cross-examination in this trial. All in favor to take down Miss Brett? Yeah. If you fail to demonstrate any problems with this witness's testimony, I will be ruling on the case immediately. Is that clear? Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. Yes, Your Excellency. Then you may proceed with your cross-examination. The victim's death. Unfortunately, I have no idea when the poor man burned his wrist like that. Oops, that's not right. I want to press it. Yes! Yeah, final, of course. But his hand was on the searing hot plate for at least 3 whole seconds. You can't not have noticed. Do you think so? Let me ask you something. Sorry? Ever since I arrived in this courtroom, and even still now, the fly on those unsightly black trousers of yours has been wide open. You can't not have noticed, can you? What? What fun! You hadn't realized. The dear lady is absolutely right. As your friend, you've embarrassed me as well as yourself, Ryunosuke. Why didn't you tell me? Dr. Wilson was a true English gentleman. He chose honorable silence over vulgar scream. Can your tiny brains imagine such a thing? Wow, you are such a bitch. You just are the bitchiest of bitches. Oh, yes, I think my tiny brain can. Yes! God, I hate him. Well, I can't. Anyway, when the waiter brought my steak, the professor and I raised our glasses in toast. Yes! Yeah, she's, oh God, I hate her. Boom, boom. You were drinking carbonated water, is that right? Dr. Wilson was only permitted to drink water at that time, if you remember, which explains why he ordered that drink, correct, waiter? Exactly as you say, sir. Although, whether or not the professor actually drank any of the water when I delivered the steak to the table, I'm afraid I don't remember that. Damn you. I have enough English to understand that, at least. For the benefit of others in the court, it means bless you. Shut the fuck up, Ouchie. Get your fucking ass-kissing face out of this goddamn courtroom. I think it means the exact opposite. Anyway. Why would you even know about that? Why would you even care about that? Yes, it's written here in the paperwork, the hemorrhaging. Yes. Luckily for all of us, a little burn on the wrist isn't going to kill us. And as there were no other signs of trauma on the victim's body to indicate some other cause of death, it can only have been a bullet from your gun that put an end to his innocent life. That doesn't make any sense. The burn must have happened straight away when the plate was first brought to the table by the waiter. Yes, that's true. If it had cooled even slightly, it wouldn't have been able to make a burn like that. If the victim burnt his wrist on the hot plate as soon as it was brought out from the kitchen, then he must already have been dead at that point. And yet, the fact is that the victim was killed by a gunshot to the chest. Until you're able to show the court evidence to disprove that, this is a complete waste of time. I concur. Prosecutor Ouchie is right. Fuck Ouchie. Yes! Without leaving a trace, if someone is shot, strangled, or stabbed, or thrown from a height, however a person's life is taken, there's always a telltale traces on the body. Quite right, dear lady. And as our police force has thoroughly examined the body of the deceased, there can be no doubt. Isn't that right, Inspector Hosonaga? As I've said, I always aim for a flawless investigation. There would be physical traces with all those causes of death. That's true. But maybe there's some other way of killing someone that doesn't leave a mark. If, heaven forbid, you doubt me, young man, you're going to have to tell everyone how exactly you think the professor did lose his life. I know, we're gonna have to do it. Otherwise, I'm afraid your argument falls rather flat, doesn't it? Yeah, it probably was poison, because the reason why she probably took the glass was to keep it from getting tested for poison. Oh no, perish the thought, calling such a sweet young lady's innocence into question. On my honor, Takasuchi Ouchie will cut down any who dare cast such aspersions. Always a way of killing someone that leaves no trace. We need some evidence to back us up here. Yes, evidence. Yes! Yeah, Ouchie, please die in a fire. Inferior, what do you mean by that? In the lands of the Great British Empire, the police store everything found at a crime scene for later examination. But in this country, you investigate once and that's the end of it. Isn't that so? Quite right. La Carnival is open for business as usual today, just days after the incident. Exactly, which means that even if the investigation takes a different direction, vital evidence may be lost. Oh, it's time to pull in the multiple thing where we're like, hey, that guy's acting weird. It doesn't even occur to you, or your naive detectives, to try to preserve the crime scene. Okay, this is kind of annoying, but I understand it's the first time it's happened in this game, so there's gonna be a tutorial where we have to exhaust the options, and then he's gonna be like, oh yeah, by the way, you can check out and see what other people are doing, because he acted weird, didn't he? I need to question this bastard. I'm trying to be as tactful about this as I can, you understand? A killer blow. The lady is as formidable as she is beautiful. Shut the fuck up. Amazing. He's actually admitting our police may be flawed. Perhaps Prosecutor Ouchie is finally starting to see sense. Yeah, I get it that they're probably like, in case new people show up, but I wish the option was there so if you knew what to do, you could just do it. And if you didn't, then tutorial kicked in. I very much doubt that. Yeah, exactly. Still, there's something about what Miss Brett just said. There was a moment before when something didn't seem right. And Hosanaga's being weird. What do you think, Ryunosuke? I think it's going terribly, no matter how much oppressor new information. Yes, as I suspected, we need to find a way to break her testimony. But what that would mean, I have to find a way. There must be a clue. Kazuma, did you notice that, yeah, bothering me. No, it's actually him. Okay, I'm skipping this because it's literally just giving me the tutorial of how to question other witnesses while I'm pressing another witness. Okay. Yes. Okay. Wait! Yes, there it is again. Okay, this is the tutorial still. Detective's reaction is the same as before. Why? Up until now, the detective has been in the stand with Miss Brett as her interpreter. But things are very different now. For this testimony, the detective is just listening to what the Englishwoman has to say. This could be a golden opportunity. Yeah, what do you mean? Ask him a question. People are actually testifying. They're usually very careful not to let anything slip. However, when they're listening to someone else speak, you'll find they'll often let their guard down. You're right, look at him. He's lost in his own thoughts. Oh, I don't care about that. So I got a notification from like eBay about like something I looked at once and I was like, I don't care about this. But now it's like, it's ending in 12 hours, check it out. Or 12 minutes. And I'm like, I didn't want it. I was just looking. Time to pursue the man in his train of thought. Pursuit, that's the name of a song in this game. Sorry, pursue. Okay, I'll explain how to do it now. The marker, at this moment we're focused on Miss Brett. Blah, 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 but you can switch between the, when you look at the marker. Wait. Okay. Excuse me. Excuse me. But yeah, it's annoying like that they assume that I still want it. I'm like, no, sometimes I look at things for price comparisons, not because I want to buy them. If I wanted to buy it, I'd watch it, you know? I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to shock you. It really was lost in thoughts, deeply. Looked like you were thinking something just now, Inspector. Perhaps having heard what the lady next to you had to say? If there's something you'd like to say, please share it with the court. What is the meaning of this? It's the delightful English woman who's testifying at the moment. If you can't find fault with her testimony, and then the cross-examination should be over immediately. Oh, is that how it works? Absolutely not. The detective is in the stand, which makes him a valid witness, you dumb hoe. Yeah. Yes, not to mention the fact that he's intimately involved with this case. Inspector Hosonaga. Yes? Do you have something to add in relation to the statement just made by Miss Brett? Well, yes, if you don't mind. I would like to speak. The lady is right. Our country's police practices are not as modern as those used in Great Britain, which is why I, Satoru Hosonaga, always strive to make every investigation I'm involved in flawless. What do you really mean by that? I'll tell you what I mean. I won't have evidence lacking on my watch. I'm not afraid to take everything I can from the scene of the crime. It's preserving evidence, you see. I don't care if they call me a crime scene thief. I'm not ashamed of what I've done. Crime scene thief? That's not right if you're collecting evidence. It looks like the lady's remarks touched a nerve there. Take this, for example. Test that bottle for poison! Oh, somebody's having issues. Is that? This is the bottle of carbonated water that I took to the victim's table on the day in question. And yes, it's lost all of its fizz, having been opened 3 days ago. But it was carbonated water. I don't care what anyone says. Please tell me you didn't drink some of that, and now you're coughing because you poisoned yourself, you dumb piece of shit. Yes, there's some left in the bottle. I can see it. One day our police force will be among the best in the world. This time is coming, I guarantee it. It's just wine. It's sparkling water. What's going on, Kit? How are you doing today? I feel like this man poisoned himself by holding on to a bottle. I can't say I condone the witness's actions, but I do understand the sentiment. The court will accept the glass bottle of water as evidence. Carbonated water bottle has been entered into the court record. Okay, can I look at it? Jesus. I've been awake for an hour. Oh, damn. So this carbonated water is the last drink Dr. Wilson ever had. Looks like there's a little left in the bottle, although it's just plain water now. You know, I've been sweating so much, I'm absolutely parched. Don't drink it! I'll just have a sip of this to keep me going. No! No, Ryunosuke, you can't do that. You'll die, probably. For one thing, that's evidence. You can't go drinking evidence. Aw, no, you're right. We don't know what might be inside, do we? You never cease to amaze me, Ryunosuke. More ways than one. I wonder, could there be anything in this water? What's the matter? You've gone quiet all of a sudden. Let me know your thoughts after you finish up. All right, I will. I'm probably just gonna finish up the second part of this trial and then I'll stop for the night. But my God, it's been a ride already. I've been liking it a lot so far. There's a couple of things that it has still in it that they have done repeatedly and the other ones that I'm kind of about. One of them being where, obviously this is the first trial, so we have to go through all of the tutorial stuff. I kind of wish that they implemented it so if you already knew, you just could go and do it rather than having to run through the freaking gauntlet every time. But we also know that British people suck. Fuck the Brits. Down with the Brits! At least this specific one. I think I might have just worked something out. An interesting possibility. Okay, well, what's the front say? The label is written in a foreign language that I don't recognize. Do you know what it says, Kazuma? I think it's French. It must be very expensive water. Yes, but what does it say? That's what I was asking. Then go to France and ask. You could just say you don't know. How about, can we look inside the mouth? Okay, well, anyway, I guess that's it for the bottle. But I just thought of a possibility. Very good. Miss Brett, can you confirm that this is indeed the bottle from which you drank on the day of the victim's death? Yeah, it's awful because I just want him to die or go away. He's terrible. Yes, it was that bottle. What was that about? She seemed to avert her eyes when she answered the judge's question. Very well, counsel, you may resume the cross-examination. And the inspector will kindly control his fervor. Boo 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 boo. Fuck you, bitches! There's so many ways to kill a man. I know. I played a lot of games. What is this? A bottle of water? Actually, there's one method of killing a man without leaving a trace that comes to mind. Yeah. Obviously, I'm referring to poison. Poison? Yeah, that's what I said, poison. On the day of his death, we know that Dr. Wilson drank from this bottle of carbonated water. Could it be that there was poison inside? Could it be that the professor actually died after taking a sip from his glass? Order, order, order! And on that day, who was sitting at the same table as the professor and able to slip the poison into his drink? There's only one person who could possibly have done it. Dazal Brett, it was you! He totally drank some of it. He's dying of poison. This is outrageous to suggest such a thing without a scrap of evidence. You little rookie imbecile. Have you even considered the delicate situation our country finds itself in now? Have you forgotten that we have only just signed an accord of friendship with the British Empire? Have you even the vaguest inkling that your rash accusations could jeopardize the entire treaty? Objection! This is not a political arena. This is a trial to determine one individual's guilt with respect to one crime. What? The fact that this woman is British makes no difference. We are here to determine the truth. If I may. I will silence you forever for this disgraceful— Shut up! Oh. It is you who should be silent. Of course. Dear lady! God, kill him. Where did this come from? She just snapped. Take off your stupid hat. I'm afraid I may have spoken unfairly before. I offer my most humble apologies. I'm sorry, my lady, but to what are you referring? I described your police force as inferior. But no matter how inferior they may be, you still investigated this particular point thoroughly, I believe. The bottle, I mean, Inspector, and whether it contained poison or not. Of course. What the fuck, you did? Have you forgotten what my guiding principle is already? I strive for a flawless investigation every time. I don't believe it! Naturally, we tested the inside of the bottle and its contents. And what did you find, Inspector? I order tests for every toxin that's available in this country at the present time. We could find no traces of poison of any description in the bottle of carbonated water, Your Excellency. Yeah, what about the glass? I don't know. What about the lip? The bottle lips? But uncanny. Yeah, it's true. What? Are you sure? It must have been the glass itself. It's got to be just the glass. The tests were meticulously carried out by the chief coroner himself. No! Okay, whatever. God damn it, test stupid shit. I'm very grateful to all you Japanese. You've successfully established my complete innocence in this horrid affair. Thank you. But of course, dear lady, the pleasure was all ours. I fucking hate this, I was so sure. Yeah, exactly. Now she's malachite. This can't be right. Everything falls into place if he was poisoned. Thank you, counsel. I think that cross-examination has clarified everything. Yeah, God, I hate him so much. Just so. As the prosecution has asserted, a shot to the chest from the gun is the only conceivable cause of death. Furthermore, the accused, who by his own admission was holding this weapon, is the only possible culprit. I'm done for. The court wishes to apologize for the great inconvenience this has caused you, Miss Brett. Oh no, I'm just glad the matter is resolved. It's not resolved, you dumb ho! Before proceeding, I must ask for the counsel of the defense. Do you have any further new evidence to present to the court at this point? Kazuma? I'm sorry, Ryunosuke, I have nothing more. Well, if you'll excuse me now, I really must be leaving. No, we gotta check the glass. Gotta check the glass. Oh, shit! Yeah! Oh, she come with the evidence! The glass! I bet she brought the glass, and the glass was tested for poison. Poison for Cusco. Please, wait. Yeah! Isn't that... What is the meaning of this? Forgive me for intruding on court proceedings, Your Excellency. Susato Mikotoba. Susato. I've heard good things about her. Judicial assistant to the defense. Mikotoba, the daughter of the man, yes. In my darkest hour, with nowhere left to go, she appeared like a bolt of lightning. And in her hand, she carried a small package wrapped in a furoshiki cloth. Don't fucking tell me! To be continued! God damn it! This trial has gone on so long for the first trial. It's not even that long, honestly, actually. It's only been like about 4 hours. Jesus, take the wheel! But I think... What do you mean keep going? Oh, God, I mean, I could. God damn. 66% done. Ugh.